Wi-Fi was never invented. Spoiler, society collapses. Imagine a world where Wi-Fi doesn't exist. First off, no more binge-watching Netflix in bed or scrolling endlessly through memes at 2 a.m. We'd actually have to talk to people, like, face-to-face. The horror. Cafes would just be sad rooms with overpriced coffee instead of co-working spaces. You'd have to gasp, read a book, or worse, actually know how to get places without Google Maps. Online gaming? Gone. Streaming? Forget it. Social media influencers? Extinct species. We'd all be living like it's 1993, but without the cool grunge music to make it bearable. Society would collapse, not because we need Wi-Fi, but because we forgot how to live without it. If the internet shuts down globally. Imagine waking up one day and the internet is completely gone. No Google, no social media, no online banking, just silence. Planes can't navigate, businesses freeze, stock markets crash. The internet isn't just about social media and entertainment, it's the backbone of modern civilization. But what if overnight the entire global internet shuts down? What could cause a global internet shutdown? A worldwide internet collapse is unlikely, but possible. And there are a few ways it could happen. Cyber attacks and malware. A coordinated cyber attack on global internet infrastructure could corrupt or disable major networks. A powerful AI-driven virus could spread uncontrollably, breaking key systems. Solar storms and space weather. A massive solar flare, like the 1859 Carrington event, could knock out satellites, submarine cables, and power grids, leading to global internet failure. Undersea cable disruptions. Over 95% of global internet traffic moves through submarine cables. If these were severed, whether by accident, sabotage, or natural disaster, entire continents could be cut off. Government blackouts and censorship. Countries like North Korea and Iran already have tightly controlled internet access. What if governments decided to shut it down completely to maintain control? What would happen if the internet disappeared? If the internet went dark, the world would spiral into chaos within hours. Here's what would happen: financial and economic collapse. Online banking, stock markets, and global trade would freeze. Billions of dollars in transactions vanish overnight. Communication breakdown, social media, email, and messaging apps would stop working, news would spread slowly, and panic would set in. Transportation and navigation failure, air traffic control, GPS, and shipping rely on the internet. Planes could be grounded and global supply chains would collapse, mass panic and social unrest. Without instant access to information, people would panic. Supermarkets could be emptied, emergency services overloaded, and crime could skyrocket. Could we survive without the internet? The internet isn't just for convenience, it's essential for survival in today's world. But we could prepare by developing offline backup systems. Countries need emergency communication networks that don't rely on the internet. Strengthening cybersecurity. Governments and companies must protect critical internet infrastructure from cyber attacks. Creating alternative networks. Space-based internet, like Starlink, could help restore connectivity if cables and satellites fail. Are we prepared? Most of the world isn't ready for a global internet blackout. A sudden shutdown could send us back decades in terms of communication, finance, and global security. The real question is, if the internet went down tomorrow, would we survive? What do you think? Could we handle a world without the internet? Share your thoughts below. What if you can choose how and when you die? Icho Andrea Date. Imagine having the ultimate control over your fate, choosing how and when you die. This possibility is both liberating and sobering, compelling us to reflect deeply on life, purpose, and autonomy. This scenario invites us to ask, how does having control over our death shape our lives? With the power to decide our end, every moment gains heightened significance. Life becomes a series of intentional choices, pushing us to live fully and purposefully. We may pursue passions without the fear of an untimely end, transforming our days into deliberate acts of creation. What can we learn about our values? The freedom to choose our departure forces us to confront our core beliefs. It encourages us to prioritize relationships, personal growth, and the pursuit of what truly matters. This self-determined approach illuminates our values, prompting us to live authentically and to leave behind a legacy aligned with our deepest convictions. How do we prepare for a chosen end? Preparation becomes an act of mindful planning. We can arrange our affairs, mend broken bonds, and ensure our life's work is honored. Rather than fearing the inevitable, we transform our final act into a celebration of a life well lived, where every decision is a step toward a meaningful conclusion. Choosing how and when to die isn't merely about controlling an end, it's about reclaiming power over our destiny and crafting our narrative. It challenges us to live with clarity and intention, making each day a testament to our autonomy. Embracing this possibility could redefine our journey, turning the inevitable into a conscious, thoughtful farewell. If you could undo one decision in history. Imagine having the power to undo a decision that reshaped the course of history, a chance to rewrite our past and alter our present. This possibility sparks profound questions about cause, consequence, and responsibility. We'd be prompted to ask, what decision would you change and why? Perhaps you might choose to reverse a choice that led to catastrophic conflict, such as a declaration of war or a critical political misstep. Undoing such a decision could have spared countless lives and redirected the course of nations toward peace and progress. By reconsidering this moment, we acknowledge how a single decision can trigger a cascade of events, both positive and negative. How would altering that decision reshape our world? Changing one pivotal moment could transform our cultural, technological, and social landscapes. For instance, preventing a major war might have accelerated global cooperation, fostering innovations in diplomacy and humanitarian endeavors instead of conflict-driven advancements. The ripple effects might redefine societal values, emphasizing unity and collective progress over division and strife. What responsibilities come with the power to rewrite history? With such immense power comes equally immense responsibility. We must consider whether we possess the wisdom to fully understand the far-reaching consequences of our actions. Every decision is intertwined with unforeseen outcomes, and even a well-intentioned change might spawn new challenges. This realization teaches us the importance of humility, careful deliberation, and respect for the intricate tapestry of history. Undoing one decision in history isn't merely a flight of fancy, it's a powerful thought experiment that compels us to reflect on the delicate interplay of cause and effect. By exploring the potential of altering a single moment, we gain deeper insight into the nature of regret, redemption, and human progress. This exercise challenges us to appreciate that our choices, no matter how small they may seem, can create ripples that echo far beyond their moment.